on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, you already know it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm gonna be filling you guys in on this piping hot, some might even say scalding hot tea, that involves Miss Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. So apparently, Hailey Bieber's stylist, Maeve Reilly, is being accused of not only talking ish on Hailey, but also spying on Selena Gomez, that way her and Hailey can upstage her. Again, this is just an accusation, no confirmation, but you guys know that I love me some research. And honestly, I didn't even have to dig that hard because I know way too much about these people, honestly more than I probably should. And let's just say this accusation is very believable in my opinion. On top of that, we gotta talk about Miss Selena Gomez because she is being linked to a new man despite a new report from Entertainment Tonight that said she's in no rush to settle down. Again, I don't know if these rumors about Selena Gomez and this new man are something that we should take seriously, but I know that you all love Selena Gomez, plus I love me some Selena Gomez, so obviously I had to fill you in. Yeah, I told you there is some good tea today, and honestly, we have so much to sift through and discuss, so let's not waste any time and get to unwrapping these Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber facts. So first up, let's break down this accusation about Hailey Bieber's stylist. So recently, the anonymous Instagram account Dumois posted a series of tips about a celebrity stylist. The first one reads, this well-known stylist will often run her mouth off about one of her famous clients all the time. Stylist feels she should get more credit for clients' off-duty street style, basically saying things like, I invented her and she wouldn't be the style icon she is without me. Harsh and not totally screaming Hailey Bieber stylist vibes just yet, right? Right. However, that now brings us to the next anonymous tip. This next tip reads, style icon is a stretch, seeing as it was more of an affiliation that made her client a bit more popular. The tip goes on to say that no one used to talk about said stylist's client, and that they can confirm the stylist did talk about her client and how she's dressed her head to toe for years and does not get credit or payment that she deserves. Now here comes the part of the tip that gives me Hailey Bieber vibes. The tip states, quote, she even believes she is the reason her client was able to land her partner. Shouldn't there be an NDA for this type of thing? What's an NDA when you think your stylist is your friend? Sorry, moving on. If you're still not convinced that these tipsters are talking about Hailey Bieber's stylist, well then let me bring you to the smoking gun. This next tip says, this stylist, if I'm guessing correctly, also tries to be best friends with said client. She once befriended a girl who was close with the famous ex-girlfriend of her client's husband, got insider information about a party the ex was having at Craig's, then dressed her client to the nines, called the paps to show up and have her client fully upstage the ex's celebration. The ex was devastated, and so was the girl that was duped by the stylist for info. Do you feel that upper lip sweat coming? Because same. Now again, although these tips did not mention the celebrity stylist by name, this exact scenario conveniently happened to Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Now we've got to throw it back to the beginning of last year, pre-COVID, pre-our lives literally flipping upside down. Now if you remember, after Selena Gomez released her album Rare, she celebrated at the LA hotspot Craig's with a dinner with a bunch of her friends. Here's a post from her Instagram story of that night. And never freaking forget that while Selena Gomez was celebrating the release of her album after 5 years of not releasing an album, Hailey Bieber showed up to the exact same restaurant. She was with Maddison I, and who else but her stylist slash friend, Maeve Reilly. Here's a post of Hailey from Maeve's story that same night. Now, because Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber were at the same restaurant while Selena Gomez was celebrating the release of her new album, of course this was a major freaking story and made headlines everywhere. And no surprise, Selenators were absolutely pissed when they read those headlines and found out that Maddison I actually went to dinner with Hailey Bieber when she was well-known friends with Selena Gomez as well. Almost immediately once this story broke, the mean comments started rolling in on Maddison I's Instagram. People were commenting snake emojis, and it got really bad to the point that she actually woke up the next morning and tweeted this. Nothing like waking up and being told to kill yourself, which is obviously not okay at all. Maddison then went ahead and responded to some comments in an Instagram post and defended herself, saying that she had dinner with her friend Hailey of 10 years and that was it. She went on to say that she loves Selena, always has, and would never do anything to upset her. Maddison ended her response saying that the dinner was just a coincidence and that people are bullying her for no reason. Things got so bad that Selena Gomez also publicly came to Maddison's defense and also responded to a comment saying that the hate that Maddison was receiving was disgusting. Selena also said that she's known Maddison since she was a baby and that she's watched her become the woman that she is. Selena ended her comment saying there is no issue. So now let's bring it back to that third tip. You can see this tip says that the stylist once befriended a girl who was close with her client's famous ex, aka Maddison I, that the stylist got inside insider info of where the ex was having the party, aka Maddison I, then showed up to the same place with her client dressed to the nines, aka Hailey Bieber, the ex was devastated, and so was the girl who was duped by her, aka Selena Gomez and Maddison I. I know I'm getting passionate, so I also want to make it clear again, this is allegedly, no confirmation, just an accusation. However, if you need further convincing that the stylist Dumois could potentially be talking about is Maeve Reilly, there was also this tip about a certain British client of hers, and if you look back, there are stories in the press about Maeve and Russell Brand. Now, despite all of this mess going down on the internet, Selena Gomez is of course remaining unbothered, and she might have a potential new man. Another anonymous tip was sent into Dumois saying that Selena Gomez was seen with the artist Demit Ulfroy, maybe it's Demit, I'm probably not saying it right, at Universal Studios, and that they were looking cozy. Dumois also commented on the post and said that they recently heard that Selena and this guy have hooked up. Now, this rumor about Selena Gomez dating this Demit guy has already been going wild on the internet. People have seen them in Santa Monica, people are here for the potential romance, and the funniest tweet of them all, this person who said they noticed that Justin Bieber cut his hair like Demit after these Selena Gomez dating rumors started. I know that's completely messy and not true at all, but I can't lie, it gave me a chuckle. Now, despite these rumors about Selena Gomez and her potential new man, there is a new report from Entertainment Tonight where a source said Selena is, quote, in no rush to start dating and settle down. The source went on to say, quote, Selena has continued to stay focused and busy in terms of her life and career. She is in a great place and really feels like she knows herself at this point. She wants to ensure that she's doing things that help her mental health and personal well-being. She's been working so much on herself over the years. She wants to make sure that she's in a safe and confident space altogether before jumping into dating anyone seriously. A second source went on to mention that Selena is traditional, so she would like to find her person, get married, and have a family one day. But then this source went on to reiterate that Selena is not looking for anything serious and she's not looking to settle down right now. All right, you guys, there is so much to freaking pop off about, so let's not waste any more time and get to that shambong. So first up, let's address this alleged situation with Hailey Bieber and her stylist Maeve Reilly. Before I go any further, I want to make it clear. Yes, I know that Maeve Reilly was never mentioned by name in any of these tips sent into Dumois. However, my opinion on the situation that we're about to discuss is going based on the fact that I believe the stylist that is being discussed in those tips is Maeve Reilly. I feel like there's enough evidence to back up that that's who people are talking about. If you do not feel that way, that is absolutely okay. If you disagree with me and think that they're talking about another celebrity stylist, I would love to hear your theories. Let them out down below. And again, it's totally okay to disagree with me and other comments down there. Just make sure you please do so respectfully. We want to keep the House of Hill a respectful and fun place. All right, now that we got that disclaimer out of the way, clearly you can tell I believe the celebrity stylist that they're talking about is Maeve Reilly, and the celebrity client that they keep talking about, I believe it's Hailey Bieber. First of all, Hailey and Maeve are really good friends. In fact, Hailey had Maeve appear in her second video on her YouTube channel. So therefore, because of this friendship that they clearly have, I believe that Hailey would not make Maeve sign an NDA, and boy, is that a freaking mistake. Because I can absolutely see Maeve Reilly running around town and running her mouth about Hailey. In fact, I feel like I've actually heard before that Maeve Reilly has talked poorly about Hailey. I cannot remember where, I cannot remember in what article, but I feel like I've heard this before and it's in the back of my brain. So honestly, I was not surprised to read about her talking ish about Hailey at all. And I mean, if any of you are having any doubts that these tips are specifically talking about Maeve, how do you explain that last tip talking about the Craig's dinner? I remember exactly when that situation happened and it was completely wild. And you know what? I always wondered why Selena Gomez came to Maddison I's public defense so quickly, because you guys know that is really out of Selena's character. Normally, when there's mess going down on the internet, Selena stays out of it, she stays unbothered. But I can see Selena Gomez jumping to her friend's defense if her friend came to her and said, hey, you know what? Hailey stylist was pumping me for information. I told her you and your friends were going to be at Craig's. I had absolutely no idea that she would want to show up there, that she would want me to show up there. I can then see Selena Gomez hearing that information from Maddison I, definitely understanding, forgiving Maddison I, and then publicly telling people to back off from bullying her. That I understand. I did not understand before why Selena Gomez went ahead and defended Maddison I when it did look on the outside like she was being a little shisty. I mean, at the time, I'm sure Maeve saw Hailey showing up to Craig's at the same time as Selena Gomez while she's celebrating the release of her album as a winning situation. situation. However, now that we know that was planned and that Maeve used Maddison Beer to get that information, it is just cringy, embarrassing, and honestly kind of sad, especially because Hailey Bieber has been using her YouTube platform to talk about how bullying negatively affects mental health. So the fact that someone who is in her inner circle used other people who are in Hailey's inner circle to bully somebody else is not a good look at all. Again, I know we don't know for sure that these tips are about Hailey Bieber and her stylist Maeve Reilly, but you guys know I am big on consistency, and there are just too many consistent facts to back up what that tip was saying for me to believe that it was anybody else. And honestly, if I were Hailey Bieber, I would probably start thinking about having a very serious conversation with Maeve and slowly start parting ways, because there is no way that Hailey Bieber has not seen those Dumois tips. I know plenty of celebrities who keep tabs on Dumois. I'm sure at the very least, Maeve Reilly keeps tabs on Dumois. For Hailey's sake, I feel like she does not want anyone in her inner circle who is out there saying, oh, I made her who she is. Oh, she is a street style icon because of me. And someone in her inner circle who sets her up to have a run-in with Selena Gomez. Let me make it clear, I don't believe that Hailey Bieber knew about the run-in necessarily. I do think her stylist was the one who concocted it all, but that doesn't really make it any better, because once again, Hailey has kept this girl in her circle. She just made a YouTube video with her not that long ago. So I think if Hailey really wants to be rid of any negativity and any negativity that connects her to Selena Gomez, she probably needs to part ways with Maeve Reilly. All right, moving on from that, let's talk about Selena Gomez and this potential new man, because I am gonna be honest with you guys, I'm here for it. Again, I know this is just a rumor, but at the very least, we know that Selena Gomez and this new guy are definitely hanging out, which is likely why Selena Gomez's team decided to speak out to Entertainment Tonight. They probably wanted to try to throw people off the scent of Selena Gomez and this new potential relationship, because like I said, the internet is already starting to go wild about it. I'm sure her team wants to give Selena Gomez a little grace, a little time to really figure out if she likes this guy or not, because if they didn't do that, you guys know how some young Selenators can be. They can get a little crazy. But either way, if Selena Gomez is hanging out with this Demig guy, or if she's holding off on dating and just continuing to focus on herself, I'm here for either scenario, because in both instances, Selena Gomez is living her best unbothered life, and I say get it, girl. All right, you guys, that is all the Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber tea I have for you. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on all of this information, so let out all your thoughts and feels down below. While you're at it, please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more celeb content and of course more fashion and lifestyle content, make sure you follow me over on my Instagram. Don't forget to give me a follow over on TikTok as well. You guys can also check out my merch store at houseofhail.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!